Okay, turn that on before I forget. Okay, well, get started. I'm just hearing to see if I get any more feedback.
I think you fixed it.
Okay,
Yeah, good job.
Right, well, we'll do that next time. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And originally we were going to do this as an in-person event, but everybody's so busy and we thought it'd be just nice to keep it short. Join us from the comfort of your home. This way we can actually include more people because we could reach more people in other areas. As you'll see tonight, we're from all over the country. So instead of in person, we promise we are going to keep this short. We're here because we are all part of a wellness company called Juice Plus, which I'm sure you're all maybe familiar with. Oh, by the way, my name is Lydia Kopika, and I'm in the Detroit area of Michigan. And, part of our mission is to inspire and educate, but inspire healthy living. And that's what brings us all here tonight. That's what all brings us all together, really, and for different reasons. But we just want to keep this fun and informative. And that's the thing, this time of year, we're all at high risk for illness. I mean, I've already been hearing from so many people that they're sick and these things aren't going away, but we're all so busy that a lot of us don't have time to eat, let alone cook something, every night. So I will tell you, these ladies have the best. They're going to share their best tips and tricks, and they have some good ones. So I will say real quick, one thing Charlie and I do, we have something called our shred program, and there's different ways to do the shred. You can do like a mini shred or just follow some of the guidelines. And that's something Charlie and I do. So if we've had a busy weekend or a weekend where we haven't been eating that great, we'll maybe hop on a shred. Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
And thanks for joining us. And Tom,
Shirley's here with me. My
Shirley?
wife, she's in the background. She's busy.
Okay. Hey, Shirley, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
But we'll share the shred guidelines in a little bit, but it's something you could easily do maybe 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Just kind of follow these simple guidelines that are healthy for anybody, and anybody can do it. And I will just mention a couple of them right now. So maybe for a couple of days, let's say you've had a busy weekend or you've been partying all weekend. For a couple of days, maybe no caffeine, no dairy, no gluten, no alcohol for a couple of days, and stay away from refined sugars and processed foods. And then, a lot of us do a shake a day or 2 shakes a day. You don't have to do that, but you want to do some clean eating, not processed food, eat clean meals. And if you do a shake a day, that's good too. So you drink a lot of water, maybe you get some exercise in, and then that way, next event you go to, you're a little more, you don't feel quite as guilty. So I'm going to start out with our first speaker tonight, and this is Patty Thibodeau, and she is joining us from she's also in Detroit right now. Some of these ladies move around a lot, so I have to remember where they all are. And I'm just going to mute everybody out, and then Patty, you could unmute yourself, okay?
Okay.
I don't know if I know how to do that. Okay, mute. I don't know how to mute everybody.
We can mute ourselves.
Yeah, maybe we just do that. All right, thanks, Tom. Okay.
All right. Ready?
Okay, great. All right,
Okay.
thanks, Patty.
All righty. Hi, everybody. I'm Patty Thibodeau. I'm in Plymouth, Michigan, which is near Detroit. So thank you for joining us tonight. I know it's a busy time of the year. I'm going to share a couple tips that helps me to stay on track during this holiday season. Hopefully they'll help you too. I'm also going to try to share a couple gift ideas with you as well. So my first tip actually has nothing to do with food. My first tip is to encourage you to keep your body moving. Get out there, keep going to your gym if you have a gym that you attend. If you're stuck at home or can't make it to the gym, go online. There are so many online ways to move your body. There's online yoga, online HIIT workouts, just about anything. Or best of all, get outside, get a walk in, go for a brisk walk. The sunshine and the fresh air will do your body good. The other great thing about moving your body, especially after a meal, is that movement or exercise helps to curb those glucose, the blood sugar spikes in your bloodstream, and you want to avoid those. So getting some movement in after a meal is really helpful. So secondly, if you are already a Juice Plus user, I would encourage you to stay consistent with taking your capsules every day. There is not an easier way to get the micronutrition of 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries into your body each and every day. However, whether you're a Juice Plus user or not, it's really important for all of us to eat more fresh produce and unrefined grains. So why is that important? Well, those type of foods are full of antioxidants and fiber. And that is great for our bodies because it helps feed our, keep our gut microbiome healthy. It helps our immune system, and it's going to help keep us fuller for a longer period of time. But cooking at this time of the year is really, it's challenging. Cooking at any time of the year can be challenging, especially when you're trying to cook healthy. So I would encourage you to utilize any tools that you have in your kitchen. And one of my favorite tools, I'm going to kind of position this here so you can see my special appliance here. What is an Instant Pot? Well, these beauties are a pressure cooker and a slow cooker. Both, they can utilize it both. And when you use the pressure cooker mode, you can cook foods very quickly. You can cook meats from frozen. You can cook dried beans perfectly each and every time. When you do your own beans, you can control the amount of salt and have different spices to make them,
Hey, Patty. Patty, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you're breaking up since you moved your phone.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry about that.
Okay,
So I
sorry.
already saw the Instapot. Okay. Thank you for letting me know about that. But the Instapot is a great tool to, like I said, cook all those foods very quickly. And I bet if I asked people out there, how many of you own one and have never used it, there'd be a few hands going up because I was one of those people. You're not going to explode your house with it. They're very easy to use. So tonight's event does not allow me to get into the details of how to specifically use it, but we offer Instapot classes. So if you think that that's something that appeals to you, I'd like you to chat Instapot in the chat section, and we'll be sure to let you know when our next Instapot class is. So yeah, I've even done lobster tail in the Instapot, and they came out perfectly in 2 minutes. So great kitchen tool. All right, another great tool is our tower garden. If you're looking for an easy way to provide your family with healthy greens, and I apologize for the glare. These are laminated, so there we go. And can you see that a little bit better? Our tower garden is a hydro aeroponic gardening system that can be used indoors and outdoors. It's a great way to provide fresh greens, herbs, and vegetables for your family. And seriously, there's no waste. You pick it, it goes right onto your plate. It would make a great family gift or a gift for a special gardener in your life. If you aren't quite ready to tackle a tower garden and you want something that fits on your counter, and that would be a sprouting kit. So sprouts are another great way, healthy way to add a lot of antioxidants to your diet. They're full of anti-cancer components. And I use these in smoothies, on my salads, and on my scrambled eggs. And one last gift idea is a cookbook. Everybody runs into cooking ruts and you need ideas. So my favorite cookbook right now is this one. It's called Rachel's Good Eats. She's got a lot of shred-friendly recipes, a lot of vegan, a lot of dairy-free, gluten-free recipes. The pictures are beautiful, and look how cute she is. I mean, it's a fun cookbook to utilize. So I think I'm at my 5-minute mark, so I'm going to give it back to Lydia.
Great, Patty. I did want to ask you, when you talked about, like, for instance, the broccoli sprouts, how do those compare to maybe eating broccoli?
So these sprouts, believe it or not, have, I think, I want to say around 1,000 to 1,500 times the amount of antioxidants compared to like a regular stalk of broccoli. So, I mean, it truly is an antioxidant powerhouse. Like these things, they're small, but they pack a lot of punch. So thank you for that question.
Sure. Thanks, Patty. Great job. And we have done that Instapot. Patty's great at teaching the Instapot. We have done that in person. And I think we may do those in Zoom maybe coming up. So, after the first of the year. So,
yeah.
So
I'm one of those geographically migrant people. So I'm going to be down in Florida this winter, but I'd be happy to try to do it via Zoom for those who are interested.
That'd be great. Awesome. Thanks. Okay, next we have Patty Quincy, and she's joining us from Texas. Patty's a retired speech therapist. She's been married to John for 47 years, 3 kids, and 7 grandchildren. I don't know how she keeps up. Loves learning about health and wellness and sharing that information with others. And she's always full of great tips and tricks. So, Patty, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Lydia, and thank you, Patty. I'm Patty Quincy, and I'm here in Texas tonight. And no, we do not have snow, but I'm going to share a couple of tips and tricks and budget-friendly, healthy recipes for you. The first meal tutorial will be on smoothies, and we at Juice Plus offer 3 different kinds of smoothies. The first one is our complete shake, and it's a non-GMO water-washed soy vegetable protein mix. And it comes in vanilla and Dutch chocolate, and it's vegan, non-dairy, low glycemic, and also is very high in fiber. So that, then the next shake that we have is called the soy-free shake. Some people don't want soy. So this is actually so delicious. It tastes like salted caramel, seriously. And then our last shake is called the Perform Shake. And that is made with beetroot and tart cherry and other nutrient-dense foods. And it helps with energy, vitamin D for healthy bones, and exercise recovery and oxidative stress. So all 3 are wonderful. And but tonight I'm going to talk about the complete shake mix and taking it from a drink to a meal. Now, some of you think you need to go shopping. No extra shopping is necessary. You probably have most of the items in your home already, but you do have to set up an area for your supplies so that you can easily access them, so that you can make your shake every single day. Mine is here. I hope you can see this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my smoothie drawer, and I have my shakes in powder and a scoop ready to go. And I have a supply of either unsweetened almond milk, or I also like soy milk, but any plant milk that you like is great. And you also have to have an excellent blender, which I do. And it's got to be very powerful to break down all the fruits and vegetables. And here are some must-haves for smoothies. First and foremost, you need some kind of a frozen green. And these huge bags from Costco of the greens go right into your freezer so that you can just break some off, put it in your blender, and nothing ever goes bad. I also like to add another veggie, and that is organic pumpkin. It's I take a couple tablespoons, put it in my blender. Here are all my spices for my smoothie, my cinnamon, my nutmeg, everything that goes with that. And believe it or not, I also add some raw oats, a little nutritional yeast I sprinkle in, which is great for feeding your gut bacteria. And I've also made fresh lemon juice ice cubes, and I pop those into my smoothie. They're delicious. and pour a little bit of this raw vinegar in there, again, feeding the gut bacteria. And I use all kinds of other fruit like dates or any kind of dried fruit. And I have tons of frozen fruit here to show you. You can see all that. We've got
Wow.
the blueberries, pineapple. I use chopped celery. I use ginger, fresh ginger. I use avocado. Anything you have, you can freeze and put in your smoothie. And I like a lot of variety. I actually cooked up some fresh cranberries and added those to the shakes, and they were delicious. So finally, I add my shake mix, and I always do 2 scoops because this is actually going to last me for 2 days. So by the time you mix it all up, of course, you put some water in there as well, and you blend thoroughly. But I pour some in a glass, and then the extra I put in a ball jar. And on certain mornings, I have to leave the house at 7:45 for outdoor exercise called Camp Gladiator. And you can't eat a lot before you go to something like that. So I just drink half of my shake in the glass. And when I come home, I drink the other half, and it helps, again, recover from exercise. And then on other days, if I'm traveling and I'm gone for lunch, I would love to stop at Starbucks or Chick-fil-A, but I don't. I put my other smoothie in a cold cup, and I drink that on my way home, and I don't have to stop and wait in line or spend that extra money during the holidays. So tomorrow, so you say, well, why don't I do this? Why don't I start this in January? Well, tomorrow I'm going to my cardiologist for my annual, and I'm hoping he says to me, geez, your labs look great. So every single day is a good day to start these programs. So, okay, a couple more quick ideas. When you come in and you don't have anything for dinner, here are a few quick meal suggestions. You can either make a vegetarian chili, but if you don't want to do that, you can take a couple of grass-fed beef burgers right here, and you defrost them quickly, brown them, pour in a whole pack of chili seasoning, and I use 3 different kinds of beans, and I pour them all in there, a thing of sauce, a thing of tomatoes. No, you don't have to cut up the onions. No, you don't have to saute the peppers. We're trying to simplify for the holidays. So toast some sourdough bread, and your dinner is served. Another healthy idea.
You got 1 minute, Patty.
Mhm.
We got
1 minute.
about 30
Okay.
seconds, okay?
Another healthy idea is hummus. Just put your garbanzo beans in the blender, put some spices, some olive oil, and a little bit of lime juice, and you're done. And the last thing that I made, this does not look beautiful, but it is cannelli beans with steamed greens, and it's actually a little non-dairy Beurre, and it's actually very delicious. So besides, there are no right or wrongs for smoothies. You just put in really good nutritious food, and it'll taste great. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you for all those great ideas.
Hmm?
Show and tell, we love it. All right, thanks, Patty.
You're welcome.
And here,
I'll
also,
mute myself.
okay. Also in Michigan, we have Debbie Cryer coming from the Detroit area. She's in Fenton and looking cute in her little hat. Hey, Debbie. What are
Hi,
you talking
guys.
about tonight?
Well, I'm going to talk about, thanks, Patty. Those are great ideas. I'm going to talk about the complete. And when we go to holiday parties, seems to be the month that we kind of binge on the sweet stuff. And so always try to have something handy that you've made. And we have an e-cookbook and an ebook that has some recipes for our complete. And you can either make the complete to put in your refrigerator so that you have something to grab if you just need something sweet instead of a cookie. I was looking at one recipe that made 15 cookies and it had 2 cups of sugar.
Oh, my heaven.
So, that's a lot. And so, but what I love to do, I know we're trying to simplify, so I'm just saying, make sweet things ahead that are sweet to your taste. But I love to take extra things to Christmas parties. And what I do is usually start with the charcuterie board, which my grandson made for me yesterday, has his little feet. And so, can you see this, guys? Yeah. So all of these right here are different protein bites. I just rolled them like in almonds. This one in almonds. See?
Looks delicious.
They're perfect. They are perfect bite size. This one is dipped in non-dairy chocolate chips that have been melted down.
Kind of like a Buckeye.
Yes, delicious, delicious. But all of these recipes are in that ebook. So you just need really a pouch of the complete. And so I'm just going to set this up real quick. We do have wonderful chocolate no-bake cookies in there as well. My family loves those.
I think I might have to hop on a plane to come and sample some of that stuff.
Hey, come on, come on. Yeah, so then the last thing is to make it look a little bit delicious is to do some chocolate covered strawberries.
Mm.
Again, it's with the same non-dairy that I use. And just kind of put them around. And then you have this beautiful, I just dropped one here. This beautiful charcuterie
Yeah.
of just, I mean, these are, I'm going to say healthy sweets compared to what you find there. And there's so many other recipes where you can use the vanilla complete, this nice pouch. You can buy a pouch at a time. Or what I use today, took like a cup of the chocolate complete, made all of these.
Wow.
1 cup of peanut butter. I used organic. 1 cup of oats. Half a cup here of honey. And then figure out what you want to dip them in. That changes it up. You could roll them in coconut if you wanted. But one of my other favorites is, if usually in order for me to be successful in staying healthy, I have to buy the vegetables. I have to clean them up and have them sitting out. Either when I'm here by myself, or my family comes over, or I'm going somewhere. I'm the one that brings the veggie tray. So we can either do things like, I'm just going to turn my phone around here.
Yeah, because we want to.
We
see
can
what
do, we can do things like this, where you have, separate little things, or you can take 10 extra minutes once everything's cut up to do this.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
So what this has in it is cut up cucumber, celery, green beans. It also has some green onion, which my grandson loves. It's crazy. And green pepper. It has cauliflower, tomatoes. And never throw the lettuce away from your celery. You can just pluck it in anywhere you want to, just to fill it in a little bit. We have some snow pods here. They didn't open very well for me. But voila, you have a beautiful Christmas tree. And
Gorgeous.
you
It's
know, I
so
made
pretty.
I made the star out of kiwi. But you can make it out of, just take a cookie cutter of a star, and you could make it out of a bell pepper or whatever you want to. So that's kind of,
Debbie,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Thanks a lot.
Debbie, you always have the most beautiful food. It's like it's so beautiful you don't want to eat it.
Your boards are gorgeous.
They are. You have a very, very good skill for that.
That's for sure. I don't have that.
thank you.
No, I don't have that either.
artistic-
I would be example number one.
Okay, great. Thanks, Debbie. All right, now all the way from Florida, we have our little elf Cindy Santer. She's a master certified health coach. And Cindy, what are you going to talk about with us today?
Oh, well, I'm gonna, no pun intended, but I'm gonna kind of wrap what everybody else has done such a fabulous job on in a bow. And what everybody's talked about, you know, we started out with Patty Quincy and she talked about the shakes. Well, what do the shakes have in them that our bodies need for our immune health is fiber. You know, Patty Thibodeau talked about all the great things that she can make in her Instapot, all the great things we can get from our Tower Garden. What does that have for our immune health? Oh, it has fiber. And then Debbie showed us how we can take our protein mix, which again, full of fiber, and create things that are not only appealing, because what do we eat with first, you guys? We eat with our eyes first, right? We go, oh, this looks really good, or that looks really good, or this looks really yummy. So when you have these things that are so visually appealing, we'll gravitate to those things too. So, you know, we are in, as Lydia mentioned when we started, the peak time of having to really boost up our immune system because we have a lot of things that can take it down. So you think about it, we started in October with Halloween, and maybe you had kids or grandkids, or maybe you just had candy around from, you know, passing it out to your neighbors. And then of course we go into Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving, we usually have foods that we don't normally have around. And so many times we say, I love you with food. So, you know, and then we can't wait for the leftovers the next day to make, you know, turkey pot pie and all those things that we don't have normally. And we have cakes left over and we have pies left over. Well, now we're into the beginning of December, and lo and behold, we're making cookies and we're going to social events. I saw Lydia the other day, you went to 3 in 1 day. And so it's, how do we plan for all of things? Because this is what we know. And I don't know if you can read it, but it says, let me tell you what it says. Consuming 10 teaspoons of sugar can reduce your immune function up to 50%. Even after 5 hours, it can be reduced. Your immune system may not be fully recovered. So you think about that recipe that Debbie talked about. It only made 15 cookies and it took 2 cups of sugar. Well, that's way more. No one's going to probably eat 15 cookies. But you think about it. So let's say you're at work and someone brings bagels or donuts. And so you decide to have a bagel or donut. So that's sugar. And then maybe at lunchtime, you maybe you even have a salad at lunch. So let's pretend we have a salad at lunch. But then at dinner time, you even go home and you have pasta, and maybe you have a glass of wine with that pasta. Well, we know alcohol is something that it is plentiful during the holidays that maybe we want to make sure we, you know, reduce. So we've had breakfast now and we've had dinner with 2 meals full of sugar. That's food that's turned into our sugar. So we know that particular day we've really taken out our immune system. So we, you know, I don't remember who mentioned it. Maybe it was Lydia when we started. So to do that planning. So if we know we have a day that we're going to have those kind of activities, how in the next couple of days can we really, you know, boost it? Well, something that we all do, that Patty Thibodeau mentioned, and Lydia through the shred, is we all take our capsules. So our fruits, our vegetables, our berries, those are called antioxidants and phytonutrients. And the more antioxidants and phytonutrients that we can put in our immune system, the more we have that nutritional insurance. We never say that it, will prevent you from getting a cold or anything like that. We don't ever make medical claims, but we know when we give our bodies the nutrition to bridge that gap between what we should be eating and what we actually get to be eating, because it's the holiday season. We have that insurance every single day. So Debbie, and both Patties gave us tips on how we can save time and also save money too. Another way to boost our immune system is with something that are called, oh Lord, I just lost the word, fermented food. So, we have sauerkraut, which I think, or, kimchi or pickles. Pickles is a fermented food. And what that does, it all helps boost that gut function, that good bacteria in our immune system. Now, something that we've all been doing, I think, is we've all been making sourdough bread. And sourdough bread is also fermented. And I don't know if you can see the Christmas trees. Literally, this just came out of the oven, so I can't even hold the dish. But that's another way, to have that fermented food. So, Lydia, when we were doing our bread classes, we talked about glycemic index, and that's how does your body break down the sugar that you are eating? Well, we know that even if we have some of these foods that we mentioned that are fermented, they can help reduce that glycemic index. So some other things that we can do. I want to mention, Patty Thibodeau mentioned the exercises, which is one of the things that I wanted to make sure we mentioned. Less alcohol, less smoking, if we can avoid that. We're going to increase our sleep, because we know during the holidays our body gets stressed. Well, when we have stress, that breaks down our immune system. Move your body and build that social network. That's what we get to do during the holiday season. And sometimes even finding a furry friend. That's one of Patty Thibodeau's favorite, with her little Tucker. And then, of course, reducing our stress. But if for sure, make sure you're eating the rainbow. So you could have one of those Christmas trees that Debbie made, not quite every day. That's a lot of fiber, but something like that in a smaller version every day. So I want to mention specifically. So what I love about our company is today in an email, they actually sent us tips on how to increase our immune system. So it says upgrade your immune system, sorry. But as a customer or as a partner with our business, you would have gotten this email. So some of this maybe you've already heard of it, but citrus fruits, pineapples, kiwi fruit that Debbie mentioned, red bell peppers, and tomatoes are an excellent source of vitamin C. And did you catch that? It's red bell peppers. So if you're trying to make a decision, do I want red or green? The red have more vitamin C than the green do. Mangoes, apricots, papaya, and cantaloupe give you loads of beta carotene, which your body is hardworking and turns into vitamin A. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, and kale supply sulforaphane, an immune boosting phytonutrient. And those are some of the main ones. And then it even gives us some great smoothie tips that we could certainly send you. So any of those, recipes that any of the ladies talked about, the ebooks, we can certainly get you. So I have something called 15 holiday tips to stay healthy. We could certainly send you that, but I don't want to take up our time, Lydia, because I know we wanted to keep us right to 8:30. Anything else you want me to cover before you ask for questions?
Well, I have a question for you, Cindy. before
Okay.
we close up. So you talked about the capsules.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know that they help our immune system?
Well, because of those phytonutrients that I mentioned. So what those phytonutrients are, thinking of, they feed our good bacteria, but they feed our cells too. So when we have those healthy cells, that's what helps us with our immune system. So if you think about, I always think of our cells that are gut bacteria, kind of like little Pac-Man, if we remember playing that little Pac-Man game. And so what we want to do is we want to feed it, those gut bacteria, the good ones, with those phytonutrients and those antioxidants. So those antioxidants are going to if you think of it like a fighting match too, the antioxidants are going to help get rid of all the bad stuff that is, the viruses and all that stuff that we're wanting to get rid of that support our immune function. Does that help?
Right. Okay, great. And also want to mention that the studies that we've been published on, I think it's 5 different medical journals about these helping our immune health. So we're proven to do that too. Anybody else have any questions for any of the ladies?
I have one thing you kind of triggered we haven't talked about this yet, but I'd like to talk about the Healthy Starts for Families real quick.
Yeah.
So what we do in Juice Plus, which is one of my favorite things, is anybody that starts with the Christmas colors, the red or the green, and then, or if they add the purple, they can actually support a child ages 4 to 25. So that child for 21 years can get free Juice Plus. So the adult purchase it, and then they can add it for a child. Could be their child, could be a grandchild, could be a neighbor. It doesn't have to be your own child. But I think, if we could help our children of the world, Dr. David Katz says this is the first generation that the children will not have the lifespan that their parents do. And as a mom of 2 and a nana of 3, that's just not acceptable. So that's why all of us on here, you hear Patty Quincy has 7 grandkids. That's probably part of the reason a lot of us do this, is because if we can help our children and our grandchildren become healthy, we can help, avoid a lot of these diseases coming up. So free product for our children. They get the red and the green. It's what they get for free. But if you want to talk about a gift for the holidays, think about giving the gift of health. And not only can we give it, to each other, but we can give it to our children for no cost.
Absolutely. Thanks for reminding us about that. Oh, and
I was just curious, how do you spell phytonutrients?
PH,
PH?
PH, Phyto, I gotta write it. Sorry, Tom. PHYTONUTRIENTS. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, I had it right. I had it right.
Okay, great job.
thanks, Tom. And just so you know, all the capsules, they do come as a gummy also, whether it's for adults or for the kids. So, because you might be wondering, well, my kids can't swallow capsules, but we do have a choice of capsules or the gummies for adults or children. My husband does the gummies, so that's okay. All right, great. Anybody else? Any other questions? All right, so Patty mentioned her favorite product. Patty Quincy, what would you say is your favorite product? Or if you were going to give a gift to
I
somebody?
agree with Cindy regarding the Healthy Family Starts. I just love that program. But I love the shakes. I really do. I couldn't live without them, and they give me so much energy and just make my whole body function better. And definitely after exercising, I feel a lot stronger. I don't think I'd be able to do what I do 3 days a week unless I have my shakes.
All right, great, thanks. All right, Debbie Cryer, what's your favorite?
Shoot, I really love the capsules just because I know how much that they've helped me. But I would have to say the shakes as well, because my body craves them every day. If I don't have a shake, I'm dragging. And so, yeah, I have a shake at least one every morning when I'm on the shred, usually 2. So it just fills me up and makes me feel well and healthy.
Yeah.
So.
And I will tell you, I do the shake every morning also. On days I don't have a shake, I'm not kidding. I can tell I start eating, and I'm going to say it, I start eating crap all day, and I notice a difference than days. But I will say that the capsule, you all know, they've changed my life. I would not be here today, I'm telling you, without these capsules. They have saved my life. So
I missed your workshop on the sourdough bread.
Well, we have not done one on Zoom yet.
Oh,
I've only been doing them in person. I may have one coming up in January on Zoom that for people that are distant. But I don't, oh, there you go. You jumped around. But I will keep you posted for sure, Tom.
okay, that's cool.
All right, great. Thanks. Anybody else? Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful
Oh,
holiday.
wait a second, you didn't ask me my favorite product.
Oh, gosh, I thought you mentioned it. Okay. Sorry,
And we
Cindy.
haven't talked about it yet, so I was just waiting for you to call on me.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I thought you said it
You
was
know
a
what it
children's
is.
book. Okay, go ahead.
So my favorite product is our omegas, and it's in a blend of omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And you can probably see all of those. And you know, one of my favorite stories about the omegas is Patty Thibodeau's, quite honestly. And because when Patty Thibodeau started Juice Plus, shortly after, within a couple of weeks, we came out with the omegas. So they've only been around since 2017. And that's because our company took 5 years to get the product exactly the way they wanted it. It's that process where you skip the middle fish, you know. And so we do have algae in there. We have sea buckthornberry. We have pomegranate seed oil. We have orange oil. And those things are in there, and they are making those essential fats that our bodies can't make. We have to get them from an outside source. There's just no two ways about it. You could get some a little bit from salmon, but you're not going to get that blend from plants of a 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And then that synergy of all 4 of these products, you know, I am a huge math nerd, and Juice Plus is the only place that I know where 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 equals like 12, because it's, you know, Tom asked about phytonutrients. It's taking those phytonutrients of all of those. At this point, we're looking at, you know, 35 fruits, vegetables, berries, and oils, and we're adding them together with an explosion of new phytonutrients and keeping that cell membrane healthy with these essential oils. So that is my favorite product, is our omegas.
Awesome, great, thanks. Don't want to forget those.
No.
All right, well, thanks everybody for joining tonight. We appreciate your time. And if you want any of the items like we mentioned, like the PDF as far as the cookbook or the complete Shake Sun cookbook, the recipes, the Shred 10 information, let us know, or Cindy's list of staying healthy through the holidays, or any upcoming events. Just reach out to whoever invited you tonight.
Can I
So-
add one more thing, Lydia? Sorry. You're not going to ask me to come on next time. So I just want to let everybody know that it's our 30th anniversary. And so we are celebrating the number 30 in a big way. And so to join our business is only $22. This is in December. This is the last month that we're going to be doing this. And it's to say, you know, thank you to all of our customers. We love you all so much. And, you know, so if you know of someone who may be looking to start their own business, who may be wanting to really give the gift of health to a large number of people, and not only can they help with their, you know, body health, but help with their financial health as well. Maybe they spent too much money on Christmas gifts and they're like, how am I going to pay for this? Well, we could help them with that. So ask the person that you invited to the call too, if you might know of somebody that would actually like to become a wellness warrior like we are. We're kind of Christmas elves, but we're a wellness warrior in disguise. So thanks, Lydia. Sorry I interrupted you.
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes people just want to earn back on their own products. You know, a lot of people start like that too. So it's just a great alternative. It's kind of like the Costco membership. So,
Mhm.
Okay, great. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hope you guys have a great holiday, and let us know if you have any questions, but we wish you well and happy, healthy 2024 also.
Merry Christmas,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for
Thank you,
joining us.
everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.